Hey guys, Lewis here, and I am going to be playing FTL, otherwise known as Faster Than Light. FTL is a top-down, real-time strategy game created by indie developers Subset Games. Now, basically, we control a cruiser, and we have to navigate several sectors of space to reach the last Federation fleet to give them critical information on defeating the Rebel flagship and the Rebel fleet. This is a great game. I first played it off when it was on Kickstarter, and it's a very simple game, but it's so addictive. The artwork is very nice, the soundtrack is amazing, the game is very intuitive, and it's like I said, simple but very addicting. Now I know that in my last video, the update video with XCOM Enemy Within, and I'm actually running into a lot of issues with Enemy Within right now. There's some sort of low frame rate issue I'm dealing with. I can't get anything higher than 10 FPS while recording, and it's very difficult to record while playing at that low frame rate. So I'm not gonna be working with that until I figure out how to fix the frame rate issue. I have played Enemy Within a bit. I am quite enjoying it, and I can't wait to start recording it for you guys. But I'll probably do a video letting you know when Enemy Within is set to go onto the channel. But until then, I want to get some more content out to you guys, so here's FTL. So we're actually gonna jump right in. I must have played it at some point earlier, but I'm gonna start a new game. Yes, I'm gonna confirm. Okay, so basically here's our first cruiser that you can play as, the Kestral Type A. Now in this game there's up to 9 cruisers. I only have 7 of them unlocked right now. I don't have the Slug or the Crystal Cruiser yet, because this game goes off of a random number generator that generates various events, and it all really depends on luck to get those events. And some of those ships are very hard to get to, like the Crystal ship. That is a very convoluted group of events you need to go through. Anyway, so since there are 9 cruisers, there's actually 2 layouts that you can have for each cruiser, the Type A and the Type B. So here you see the Type A variant, a Type A variant of the Kestral cruiser. Now the Type B varies very differently. I can't speak today. Varies very differently. Notice the crew and the weapon and the layout of the rooms. Now, let's take a look at B. The Type B has a different crew setup, different weapons, and a very different layout. Plus, it also sports the Rebel colors. Alright, so we're going to be playing with the Type A though. As you can see here, these are the various systems on the ship itself. You got stuff like your piloting, or otherwise helm, your door control, your sensors. These systems do not run on power. They're just, as long as they're active, they will have power. The medbay, the shields, the weapons, oxygen, and engines do require you to manage your power bars from your reactor. So you can, for example, I could pull 2 power bars out of my weapons and put them into my engines. But as we go along, we can upgrade our reactor for additional power, which we're going to have to. In addition to that, we start out with 2 weapons on the ship, the Artemis missile launcher. Basically, missiles and bombs use up munitions, and the munitions weapons help you bypass shields. So if it hits, it gets right through the shields. Other weapons like your burst lasers or your beam weapons, they have to get through the shields first. But in most cases, beam weapons need a weapon like a laser or a hull laser or anything of the sort to take down the shields so that the beam can do its maximum damage. Another thing I forgot to mention about the unlocking the Type B. Every ship that you unlock starts out at Type A. In order to unlock the Type B variant, you need to complete at least 2 to 3 achievements that are associated with the ship. So for the Kestral, we have the United Federation, which is to have 6 unique aliens on the Kestral cruiser simultaneously. I believe there's up to 7 species. Yes, 7 species. And that also includes humans. So the second achievement is full arsenal, so have every system and subsystem installed on the Kestral cruiser at one time. Later on, you have all these systems as usual. You can also get a cloaking device, a teleporter, and a drone control. And that's how you unlock the full arsenal, by having each of those systems, because it already has all 3 of the main subsystems, and then these systems are integral to the ship anyway, so you just need those 3 additional ones. And the last achievement is Tough Little Ship. Quite a difficult little achievement here. So as the Kestral cruiser, you need to manage the damage output from coming in from the enemy so that you can escape or win the battle with only 1 HP, and then make it to a store and repair all the way back to full health. Very difficult. Anyway, so let's go ahead and rename the ship. We are going to name this the RHG Progenitor. I think I might have used this name a lot. I like the name Progenitor a lot. Plus, it's kind of fitting because it is going to be our first FTL episode on my channel. And RHG is just shorthand for the channel, in case you haven't already figured that out. So let's see. We're going to name the crew, much like in the XCOM series I do. I'm going to name it after my viewers. So let's go ahead and name this one after Sam. We are going to name this one after my buddy Jason. And lastly, oh, that must be another one of the contributors to the game. Anyway, so the last person, we will go with Michael. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into the game, shall we? Alright, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Alright, so let's go ahead and manage our power. So we're going to take this power bar out of our medbay, put that into engines, power up our weapons. Now we're going to assign our crew to their locations. Michael, you're going to be in charge of engines, Jason, you're going to be on weapons, and Sam, you're going to be our pilot. So as you can see up here is our hull, otherwise our health bar. Pretty self-explanatory. If that empties out, our ship explodes and everybody dies. There's various ways our crew can die as well, rather from events, getting hit by weapons and dying when their health is too low, etc. So basically, either we have no crew or the ship explodes. Another thing you'll see here is our shield levels. We only have 1 out of 4 bubble levels, so it'll be nice, it'll be useful in the beginning to tank a couple of hits, but we'll need to upgrade that soon if we want to survive the later sectors. Up here you can see our fuel count, our munitions count, and our drone count, which we currently don't have any, but we don't have a drone control. This is our more important count right here, our scrap total. Scrap is what we use as currency for repairs, buying weapons, or various other events. And over here you can see our evade percentage. Evade takes in 2 factors, the engine level as well as, well actually 3 factors. The engine level, so we have level 2 engines, and the pilot, the helm. Now the helm is actually just as self. You can upgrade it later on so that you don't have to have a crew member in there, and it'll still have some function of evading, but it's better to have a crew member to pilot it. So the 3rd factor is the skill level of our crew. So for example, Sam and Jason's experience in terms of dodging, increasing the evade for our ship, will depend on their skill levels of piloting. As you can see here, the next level for piloting gives us a +5 evasion, and engines also gives us a +5. I believe you can max out on 2 levels, whereas something like Jason's in control of the weapons, so he would need to fire the weapons 65 times before getting a level up, which would give us a 10% faster charge rate on our weapons. See our charge bar right here for each weapon. Now, when our systems take damage, some of our systems may lose power. When it's damaged, we need to repair that in order to put power back into it. So for example, if we take 2 points of damage, we can't use our burst laser because there's only 1 bar left that's being used by our Artemis. Could switch it around, but because we lose the 2 power, we would lose all of our weapons at that point. I'll show you as we go on. This is going to be pretty lengthy because I'm explaining everything. And of course, our oxygen levels at 100%, always a good thing to have. So let's go ahead and take a look at the beacon map. Alright, so our end goal is to reach to that exit before the rebel fleet catches us, but at the same time we want to explore as much as possible and get as much resources and supplies as we can so we can survive our trip. So let's see, probably go up and then loop around. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. You recognize the ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. We could buy a slave, but we can't because we don't have the scrap for that. We can attack the slaver scum, or ignore the slaver and continue on our way. Well, we don't like people who enslave people, so we're gonna attack them. So they have a basic laser and a burst laser Mark III. That's not good. We need to take down their weapons as quickly as possible. So we're gonna burst laser them into weapons. We're gonna hold off on using our missiles because we don't have that much, and I don't want to use too many missiles on such a early sector. We'll use it in case of emergencies, but for now we'll have to tank those shots. Oh, we got hit in the weapons. There goes our burst lasers. Alright, we're gonna use our missiles then. Keep their weapons down. Alright, direct hit. That's nice. Jason, get those weapons fixed up. We need our burst lasers back online. That's a good example, exactly, to be honest. But at the same time, I don't want to take the extra hits. Alright, looks like they got someone in there fixing up their weapons. So we're gonna hit them again in the weapons, keep that down. Ah, but we missed. Jason, you need to do better. They got their burst laser back up. As you can see, we can also see how far they're charging up their weapons. Okay, the enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape, but we can't have that happening. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. We could accept their offer or surrender them. Basically, if we do not, accept their offer or accepting their surrender. Well, I'm sorry. We could accept their offer or continue destroying them. If we destroy them, we get more scrap and a bunch of other supplies, but if we take their offer, they'll give us an additional crew member. I'm gonna go for the crew because having some extra crew can be nice. We can have up to a maximum of 8 crew members. Ooh, Kapika! We got a Zoltan. A Zoltan is basically an alien, and his special ability is to provide a free power bar into whichever room he's in. For example, as you can see, our medbay has no power, but if he walks in there, he automatically gives power to that room. This is a very useful alien. However, unlike their human counterparts, they only have 70 as their health instead of the 100, and they're pretty weak. So we don't want them being attacked by boarders or anything of the sort. We're gonna have him power our shield room, which is nice. So now that we have him there, that's good. Since alien species have the general better effect, like a extra skill, humans aren't really that great. They're just standard. They're humans. We're not a remarkable species. At least not in this universe. Alright, let's continue jumping. We're gonna jump up here. You stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. They are powering up their FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the fleet of our position. We can't have that. So it looks like they have a basic laser and a mini beam. They could get through to our ship if they have their weapons synced up. It looks like they have a drone control as well, but it must be a system drone or maybe a anti-border drone, so we're not worried about that. We're going to focus on their weapons for now, and then we're going to take out either their engines or their helm so that they can't get away. Alright, looks like their weapons might be synced. Yeah, unfortunately they were just synced up just in time. Alright, we're going to get them in the helm, keep them from dodging, keep them from getting away from us. Basically, if we destroy the helm, they also lose the ability to dodge. So they have 0% dodge right now. We're going to take advantage of that as soon as possible. Looks like they had a system repair drone because they fixed the weapons pretty fast. So we're going to take down their weapons again. Alright, with their weapons offline, we'll focus on the engines, give them more issues to work with. They got their helm repaired, which is not good. Come on, Jason, hit them in their engines. Alright, now they'll have to fix their engines. We're going to focus on their helm again. This next volley should be able to take them down before they get away. Alright, perfect. Their ship breaks apart, and you are relieved to know that you are still one step ahead of the fleet. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 13 scrap. Nice. Alright, so there's a distress signal up there. We could go there. Or could move. I don't know. As much as I would like going up to that distress signal, the rebel fleet is going to be showing up soon. We're going to need to start moving. You arrive in the system and immediately discover a pirate ship nearby. Strangely, scans indicate there are no life forms aboard. You salvage anything useful, but find no clue as to whereabouts of the former crew. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, and 18 scrap. Free stuff, that's always quite nice. We're gonna jump down here because we're gonna need to reach our exit, and the other points won't be able to do it. Oh, I also have a free power bar. I'm gonna put that into the medbay. A Mantis vessel hails you. This hail is merely a distraction. You notice their shields and weapons have come online. Alright, looks like they're also working with the basic laser and mini beam format, so we're gonna hit them in their weapons. Hopefully they don't sync up. We're gonna put that extra power bar into the medbay since our Zoltan's giving us free power. Alright, looks like they might be synced up just perfectly. Oh, but we managed to stop their weapons and they missed anyway. Alright, so we're gonna hit them in the helm, keep them from dodging us. Now this might not be a very entertaining gameplay, but I find it quite fun, and this is quite a great game, so hopefully you might enjoy it as much as I enjoy playing it. I'm probably gonna do several playthroughs, maybe all of the ship variants, so we'll try to get through all of them, or whenever I'm not doing other videos like with XCOM. But for now, since XCOM is having its own issues, I'm gonna be playing this so I can still get some contents for you guys out. And I can probably do these parts a lot more easier because FTL episodes are actually easier to edit. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 3 fuel, 1 drone, 15 scrap. Let's continue. We're doing quite nice. There's a store over there, but we don't have much in the ways of scrap. So let's go... I'm gonna go up here. It gives us a little more leeway options to explore. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. We can investigate it, or we can ignore it. But let's go investigate. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, 6-legged, horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? Okay, so there are several options here. We could try to communicate peacefully, in which nothing will happen and we just leave. 2, they show us a crashed ship, which gives us an additional crew member, usually an NG. Or we could bring the creatures on board to sell, which might result in the death of some of our crew, or we just get some credits, or scrap I should say, or we could just leave, which gains us nothing. So I'm gonna try to communicate peacefully. You try to communicate in every possible way, but they just stand there silently judging you with their large expressionless eyes. You prepare to leave. Well, that's unfortunate, but at least nothing bad happened. Let's see... Rebels are moving. I think we have enough time to explore these beacons. Let's go through here. Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on... Well, we're gonna attack the pirate and be the heroes. You asked for it. They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. Well, let's see. They have a burst laser Mark III and a missile. Probably an Artemis or a Hermes. I can't quite tell. Probably a Artemis. But we're gonna take that down. Their missiles will be able to break through our shields, unfortunately. And that burst laser will be more than enough to overpower us. Oh, it hits us right in the weapons as soon as we were gonna fire our burst laser. We're gonna fire our missiles immediately, hopefully get their weapons offline. Alright, luckily they missed most of their shots. We got their burst laser offline for now. We're gonna send in our Zoltan to help Jason with the repairs. We need our burst lasers back. Gonna put that in there. Zoltan, you head back to our shield room. Since he's leaving, the one bad thing about having a Zoltan though, when he enters a room and then leaves, he just takes power out. There goes our sensors. They're getting really good hits with that missile launcher, but they're powering up their burst laser now, so we got some time to retaliate. Still got their missiles offline, we just need to keep hitting them. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, luckily they missed. Alright. This looks like it's a relaxing and intense game. We're gonna hit them with their missiles. Again, keep their weapons offline. We're gonna hit them in their helm so they can't escape from us. They've done too much damage. Not that much, but they've done too much damage as it is. So we're gonna hit them anyway. Alright, we've damaged their helm. That'll slow them down a bit. We're gonna hit them. Oh, they're jumping. We need to hit them now. Oh, perfect shot. pick through the remains and contact the settlement. You gain 1 fuel, 1 missile, and 11 scrap from that ship. With the pirates gone, you signal the station. We appreciate what you've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, and 9 scrap. Not bad. Can't say no to that. Oh my god, there's fire! Sam, get in there! Fire the ship! I didn't even know we had fire. I wasn't even paying attention. You were probably all screaming at the screen that there was fire going on. We need to go ahead, go around, keep that fire from spreading and damaging our systems. You two work on repairing. Our Zoltan's taking a couple of... gonna die soon unless they put the fire out. There we go. Alright. 3 of you head to the med bay, heal up. We'll send our Zoltan in last. Michael, you're set. You head back to engines. Jason, you head over to weapons. Sam, you head to the helm. And Kapauka, I should say, you head in, heal yourself. Power up our shields again. And get back into your shields room. Alright. So let's take a look. We can make about 1, 2... probably 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, maybe 6 jumps. Alright, let's see, what can I do? Could I do this? Alright, we'll do this, and if it gets any close, we can just jump over to the exit. We're gonna go here. The distress beacon is coming from a civilian ship. It appears it is being chased by a pirate. Let's aid those civilians. Power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Alright, looks like they got some pretty hefty weapons. So we're gonna hit them in their weapons as soon as possible. Maybe use up another Artemis missile, but we'll see. Ah, they're going for a double shot. And it hits us right in the sensors. Oh, okay, it doesn't look like there's any fire in there this time, so we should be fine. Their weapons offline, we're gonna move our Kapauka into the sensors room, fix that. Alright, their weapons are gonna still be offline. We're gonna hit them in their helm next. Kapauka's almost done in there. He can head back into the shields room in a bit. There we go. Alright, their weapons are back online, so that's not good. We got a missile coming in. Hits us in our sensors again. This time there's a fire. Okay, Kapauka, just get in there. They really don't like our sensors. The pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 18 scrap. Let's contact them. This sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damage as thanks. That's nice. Get some free repairs. I was hoping for some scrap though, but can't complain. So let's put out that fire, make sure the fire doesn't spread into any rooms. We should upgrade our doors eventually, but I want to collect some more scrap. Oh, there's another fire. Kapauka, why don't you head into the med bay? Get yourself healed up. Sam, you get in there, help with the fire. Alright, Kapauka's all set in there. You 3 head to the med bay. Alright, Sam, you back to your post. Jason, your post. Michael, your post. Alright, let's see. They're getting there. They're getting there. You know what? I'm gonna skip out on that. We're gonna see. Maybe there's something good in these. So the further we get down, the better. Oh, there's a Zoltan ship with a Zoltan overshield. So basically, we have to break through that shield first before we can actually damage to them. And missiles and bombs won't be able to break through it like normal shields. So soon after arriving in the system, you are hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune that we happen to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need. Well, we can't have that happening, good sir. Looks like they have an ion weapon and a missile. So we're gonna just keep on shooting. We're gonna save our missiles for now. That ion weapon's gonna probably disable our shields. They hit us in the med bay. Alright, that's fine. We can get that repaired afterwards. There goes our shields. Not like it matters because they have a missile weapon anyway. Alright, there's Zoltan overshields taken care of. Let's go after the weapons next. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of something real quick. But let's see. Alright, so they just launched their missile at us. Hopefully it misses. Hits us in our sensors again. They really hit our sensors. We're gonna take out their weapons. They kept their ion weapon back on. But that's good because that can't do damage to us unless it hits us in the weapons, then we're kind of stuck floating in the water or out in space. So we're gonna send Kapauka in to repair our sensors and our med bay. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Well, we can't have that. They've been doing too much damage. Let's see, we're gonna hit them in their helm just to get back at them for some of the damages they've done. Alright, now that our sensors are back online, let's go fix up the med bay. They can't go anywhere. They can't fire their weapons. We're just gonna shoot them again just in case. Alright, so one more burst should do it. Alright, let's send our Zoltan back in. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 3 fuel, 1 missile, and 17 scrap. Lovely, let's continue. Alright, so we got about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 more jumps. Oh, we jumped right into a sun. You arrive at the beacon to find yourself dangerously close to a star. An automated rebel ship impervious to the heat moves in to engage. They don't have any shields, but they do have a missile and some sort of hull laser, I believe. And also, that every once in a while that sun's gonna throw off some solar flares at us. So that's not gonna be good. So we're gonna hit them in their weapons as soon as possible. Now the automated rebel ship is pretty well equipped to survive the sun anyway because they have deoxygenated rooms, so fires go out pretty easily. But in our cases, we're going to be getting some fires in just a moment. Okay, luckily that's in a room, we can just vent that. Yeah, so another thing about this ship you can probably see, there's 3 areas we could vent oxygen from. We could manually vent the entire ship by turning off our oxygen, but that's not a good thing. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 16 scrap. Let's continue, get our engines charged up, and get out of the sun as soon as possible. Come on now. Let's go. There's a store over here. We could go to the store. We could go to the store. Let's see, we got time. We'll go to the store, then here, then to the exit. We might find something nice. There's only 1 other ship at this beacon, and it is showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Let's see, they're offering us a lot of this. Ooh, that's nice. Drone control, crew teleporter, and cloaking. I would like the cloaking, but we don't have the scrap for it. Shield charge booster is quite nice. We can have up to 3 augments per ship. But, let's see, FTL jammer, not really good. Long range scanners are useful, but I generally don't use them. I might buy the shield charge booster, that could be very nice. We're good on fuel for now. I could buy missiles, but I don't want to use that as much. Our hull is pretty good. We'll buy the shield charge booster and we'll do some ship upgrades in a bit. Alright. So with that shield charge booster, we should have a little better time with our shields. There are only 2 ships within range and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them has the markings of a space pirate. Let's aid that civilian ship. Power up your weapons and engage the pirates. Alright. They got 3 weapons. They got a bomb, basic laser, and a hull laser of some sort. We're gonna need to get their weapons as soon as possible. We might have to use our missiles, so we're gonna throw that at them as well. Alright, they missed with that shot, but our missiles took out their bombs, so that's good. They won't be able to break through our shields with that 1-shot weapon now, so we should be safe. That's if they can hit us in the first place. So we're gonna take out their weapons, we'll go after their helm, and then after that, we'll just obliterate them. Having a pretty nice run. I've had better runs, but this is not bad. It really depends on the random number generator. Some days you have a really nice run where the game just throws weapons and scrap at you. Other days going up against ships that have 2 shields in the first sector with 3 weapons, which is never really great. Alright, we're gonna hit them in their weapons again. Let's see, how's everybody doing in terms of skills? Sam's almost good at done at first level of piloting, Jason's doing really well, Michael's doing good, and Kabauka's doing alright. The pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. 1 fuel, 1 drone part, and 11 scrap. Nice. The civilian ship wisely made a fast retreat while you distracted the hostile ship. Aw, they could have at least said thank you. Alright, Michael, let's go get you healed up while we have the chance. So how's everybody doing on skill? Everybody has some experience in repairs, not that much. Jason's doing pretty good in weapons. Kapauka's doing not that great in shields, but then again, we've been disabling their weapons a lot. And Michael and Sam are doing good on their evasion. So let's jump on to the exit. The rebels are breathing down our necks. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensor indicates it's a storage vessel for military goods. Now we can avoid provoking the ship, which doesn't really get us much, or we can attack the automated ship to get to the storage cache, so we're gonna do that. And they don't have shields, they have a mini beam and an ion weapon, so if they disable our shields, that beam will be able to do a lot of damage. So we're gonna take out their weapons, and then we'll hit them in their helm. Come on, hit them, hit them! Ah. Okay, at least it was across empty rooms, that's not bad. Alright, we're gonna hit them in their helm now. And boom, the auto scout goes down. Salvage what you can from the broken ship. 17 scrap, not bad. Let's investigate the station. The station was apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. You find a functioning schematic, and 8 scrap, and a boarding drone, which is nice, but we don't have a drone control, so we might just end up selling that. Okay, now that we've reached the end of the sector, we get to choose where we want to go to next. We could go to the Uncharted Nebula. It'll slow down the rebels a bit, but we'll lose the use of our sensors because we're in a nebula, and nebulas can be pretty dangerous, especially if you run into an ion storm. Or we could go to a rock-controlled sector. We might run into a bunch of pirates and obviously rock ships, but there's also a high chance for suns. I don't like nebulas, and I don't like the choices of having to go through another one, so we're gonna go with the rock-controlled one. The rock people are a powerful and proud race. It is not unheard of to have a peaceful journey through their lands, but don't count on it. Alright, so let's take a look around. Nothing. Alright, let's do some ship repairs. We're gonna upgrade our doors to control our fires a bit, and also to make it hard for when boarders show up. Let's see, what else should we upgrade? Should we go with weapons? I'll upgrade to a 2nd level of shields. We're gonna use some extra of scrap to get the power bars necessary to power that up. Alright, now that we have 2 shields and better doors, we don't have much scrap now. Let's start exploring. And we head into an asteroid field. Lovely! A rock mining vessel is... I can't speak today. A rock mining vessel is harvesting the mineral-rich asteroids in this locality, and their scouts take your presence to be a transgression. Battle stations! Alright, their asteroids will be doing damage to them as well, so we're gonna have to take their weapons down as quickly as possible. If they could get that synced up, we might be in trouble. Alright, we knocked out their main burst laser Mark III though, so they can't get through our shields unless they get a lucky asteroids to punch through for us. But we should be safe. And it looks like that asteroid actually punctured, gave a hull breach in their weapons base, so that's quite nice. We're gonna hit them in the shields, have the asteroid field help us out a bit. Alright. Oh wait, that was the pilot. Oh, what was I thinking? And here I'm saying I play this game a lot. I can't even tell the difference between the shield room and the helm, even though it says a giant S right there. But regardless, the ship goes down. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 1 fuel, 1 missile, and 24 scrap. Lovely. Let's get out of here. Ooh, a store and a distress signal. Let's go to the distress. See what's there. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. We could try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks, or destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. We're gonna try to be the good people here. We're gonna dislodge. Fire a few volleys into the rock and it starts to shudder and break apart. Without shields, the pirate ship takes a beating, but eventually pulls free. Hey, thank you for your assistance. Free fuel, 1 drone part, and 24 scraps. Okay, not bad. Ooh, there's another distress here. Should we go back and then loop our way around? Yeah, let's go for it. A ship without life forms within a nearby dense asteroid field is giving off the distress call. Shall we investigate? It could be dangerous. Alright, now we got 3 options here. This is the starting of finding the crystal ship, but there are 3 things that could happen. If we search for the ship, we could take some unnecessary damage, find the pirate ship and just get some scraps, maybe with weapon, or we find the crystal ship quest. Or the beginning of it anyway, because it's 3 parts. So we're gonna take that chance. You find the decaying remains of the ship, of some kind of ship coated with ice or crystal. You send some crew aboard to explore. Nearly everything is either destroyed or unidentifiable, but one of the weapons appears salvageable, and there's a strange stasis pod that catches your eye. Yes, this is the crystal ship. Hopefully we can finally unlock the crystal cruiser. It looks like a massive asteroid is in the direct collision course with the derelict ship. You have to pull your crew out, but they want to grab what they can first. What do they take? We could take the weapon and any spare scrap, or the stasis chamber. We're gonna grab that stasis chamber because we're gonna try to get that crystal cruiser. Your crew drags the pod back to your ship before the asteroid smashes into the ship, shattering through the crystal coating and destroying the ship. The pod appears to be functioning, but you see nothing but shards of crystals inside. Perhaps someone else will know how to open it. We get 12 scraps and a damaged stasis pod. Now that augment won't actually do anything unless we find the appropriate follow-up for this crystal ship unlock. Alright, you find the disabled rock transport floating near the beacon. You consider stripping it of useful parts, but are uncertain why it's there in the first place. Now this could be a trap, or it could just be random free stuff, so we can't say no to supplies, so we're gonna strip it anyway. A rock patrol ship jumps in while you're salvaging the ship. They message you, "Filthy pirates, prepare to die." You doubt explaining your mission will convince them of your need. We gain 3 fuel and 2 missiles and 28 scrap from that salvage. Now we just need to get them. In other words, I actually like it when they find us stripping the ship because we get an extra source of materials. So let's hit them in their weapons so we can take out their bombs. They won't be able to penetrate our shields with that laser weapon, but they can't do anything to us now. We're going to hit them in their shields, and then we'll hit them in their helm. Everybody's doing pretty nicely so far. Alright, since it is a rock ship, they do have an augment called rock plating, and it does sometimes resist damage, which can be annoying, but it works out to our advantage here because we can take out their piloting. We're gonna hit them in their... No, they can't get through. We'll just hit them in their shields again. I'm so indecisive today. Alright, let's go ahead and hit them in their weapons, keep them from using that bomb of theirs. Come on now, one more shot. Ooh, just in time, that bomb was about to fire. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, and 19 scrap. Lovely, we're starting to roll in the scrap now, so let's move on before the rebels catch up. Oh, we jump into a sun. A rock ship is silhouetted against the sun in the supernova. They hail. "Even out here you follow us. We only wish to be left alone." Out of panic or anger, they charge their weapons. It's too bad we can't reason with them. We're gonna hit them in their weapons so they can't do any additional damage. They won't be able to punch through our shields. The only thing that can is their missiles. We do have an extra layer of shields though, so the fire won't be as bad this time around. However, our engines are down. Michael needs to take care of that soon, so that we can continue charging up our engines to jump out of here. Alright, here comes the solar flare. Where's it gonna be? Okay, that's nowhere close that we can just vent that area. We're actually gonna send Kapalka in there to deal with it. Since their weapons are offline, we don't need to worry about as much with shields. Kapalka's not the best to deal with it because he's got lower health than our humans, but we'll send them in there anyway. Gonna hit their shields. Alright, Kapalka, you head back to your shields room. Okay, it's over there now. We're just gonna vent that out, actually. We're gonna vent it all the way out from there. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. I've never seen that text so many times in a row before. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 25 scrap. Let's continue. Alright, we need to jump out of here. That fire's not gonna drain out fast enough. We're just gonna jump. A Mantis ship here is adorned with rock body parts. It would be a gorier display if they had internal organs, but the message is clear enough. This is a hunter of a very specialized kind. We will attack them. No species deserves a Mantis hunter on their back. Time to make the galaxy a little safer. Engage! Looks like they have a teleporter, so that's not good. Oh, and they go after Kapalka. Kapalka's our weakest anti-mortar here. We're gonna hit them in their weapons. Probably use our... let's see. Yeah, we got missiles. We're gonna hit them in their helm. We're gonna send our Zoltan off into... no, we'll have him fight a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, now he's gonna run into the medbay. It'll activate. We're gonna put that in. Engines put down to full. Alright, so he's gonna heal in there. Even though there's no oxygen in there, he should be able to heal up enough to not worry about it. Alright, so with their weapons offline, we'll be a little more safer. We're just gonna hit them in their shields. Right now that Mantis is trying to get our shields down. Kapalka's gonna head back in there to try to defend it. As much as he can anyway. Worst possible fight, sending in a Zoltan against a Mantis. Mantis are good fighters. Alright, hopefully we can take them out fast enough before they destroy our shields. Alright. Alright, everybody's good in there. We're gonna close those doors. We're gonna vent oxygens back into those rooms. Everybody go in there and punch that Mantis. Punch that Mantis to death. Yeah! Teamwork! Alright, so we're gonna start fixing those shields. We're gonna send... Jason, you're doing fine. You head back to where your post. You three head into the medbay. Alright, Kapalka back to your post, Michael to yours, Sam back to the pilot. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and repower up our shields, and might as well put that one into the medbay. Any other upgrades? I'm gonna start upgrading our engines a bit. Get some extra evade. Alright, so let's see. Probably follow this path up, we'll get the most jumps out of this. You receive a message meant to degrade you as aliens. You half expect an attack, but it seems to have come from a small civilian shuttle. Damn those civilians. Alright, we're gonna continue jumping on. As a naturally warlike species with few intergalactic diplomatic ties, the Rock people have garnered quite a reputation as fearsome pirates. You stumble across one of their ships and they promptly live up to the title. Okay, looks like they're using a mini beam and a basic laser, so oops, that's my missiles. I'm gonna hit them with their burst lasers. They won't be able to damage us in any way because that basic laser can only hit through one shield, and that mini beam won't be able to pierce us. Now that their weapons are offline, we're gonna go ahead and hit them in their shields. Take that off, and then we'll hit them in their helm, keep them from dodging or running away. Alright, now that that's taken care of, we'll hit them in their helm next. Oh, looks like they brought their weapons back online, but I'm not too worried. We're gonna hit them in there again. We need some better weapons to deliver a more faster knockout punch, or if Jason levels up faster, we could get that extra 10%, but he's almost there. We're gonna hit them in there. Well, it doesn't matter where we hit them now, they're gonna blow up. Bye-bye, Rock Scout. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. I've seen that line so many times now. I've never seen it this many times. 1 missile, 1 drone parts, and 20 free scrap. Nice. Let's move on. Could jump to the store. Let's see. Maybe I could... Could I do this one too? Yeah, I could probably do that. We're gonna jump down there. Looks like we ended up in another asteroid field. You exit the jump surrounded by dirt and rocks. Before long, a blast is deflected by your shield, but it was no asteroid. Incoming pirate! They have a bomb and a burst laser Mark III. There's a lot of strong weapons in this run. We're gonna take that offline as quickly as possible. The asteroids will help us out. Michael and Sam just gained an extra level in evasion, so we have now 29% on evade, so that's quite nice. Alright, we're gonna take out their shields now, help out the asteroids a bit. So yeah, tell me in the comments if you enjoy something like this. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up doing more videos of this anyway, regardless of what people might say, but tell me if you're enjoying this and we'll see how it goes. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 16 scrap. And yeah, like I said, I did name some of the crew after some of my viewers. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that for every crew that we recruit because we can only rename the ones that we start out with. So, you see a small station refitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message. We don't know who you are and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair. Hey, that rhymes. Well, we could repair for these scrap amounts. These are pretty cheap, but we're gonna ignore it. We don't really need the repairs. I'm doing quite well as it is. We're gonna head off to the store though, see what they have to offer. Maybe we could get a cloaking. Cross paths with a rock ship returning from a rare diplomatic mission. Equally surprising, the captain responds to your hails and agrees to mutual trade. Ooh, they do have a cloaking. They also have a pike beam, which is nice, but I don't want to use that right now. I could get that cloaking, like I said. Oh, I forgot, I have this boarding drone. We're gonna sell that. Definitely have some leftover money. We're gonna buy that cloaking. I could get some actual repairs, but we're at 19 hull right now, so we're doing quite fine. We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna take that power bar out of our medbay. We'll put it in our cloaking now. So that cloaking is going to help us dodge shots a lot, especially missiles. So let's see, can we do anything in here? We need 25, 30, that won't be enough. Alright, we'll just jump on for now. What's at this exit? You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. We could attempt to download the ship's data stores, which just gives us information on the beacons in the sector, which is kind of moot because we're at the exit anyway. Or we could just not risk activating it and scrap it for 13 scrap, but it's usually better just to go attack it anyway. You are able to pull all of the ship's data about the sector. Your map has been updated. So we got the 13 scrap, 1 missile, and a drone part. Yay! Alright, let's jump on. We could head to a pirate-controlled sector or uncharted nebula. It doesn't look like we might be able to get our crystal ship because we need to look for an NG or a Zoltan sector for the next part of the quest line and then hope for a rock homeworlds either here or here. Hopefully this one will be it, but for now we're just gonna go to... I could go to the nebula or I could go to pirates. I'm gonna go with pirates because I prefer not going into the nebulas. This somewhat isolated region was thrown into chaos at the start of the rebellion. Even in peacetime, it was always beset by pirates, but now it houses a center of operations for countless pirate fleets. Alright, we can continue, but unfortunately I've reached my time limit for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of FTL. Let me know what you guys think of this new series in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do more videos on it if you guys want me to, but regardless, I might end up just doing it anyway because I find this this game quite fun. That's it for episode 1 of FTL with the Type A Kestral Cruiser. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.